Kayaknya ada orang.
Wih, Chandra.
Tuh,
Lagi.
tuh tahu.
Coba kita mau. Kira kita bisa kill.
Kayaknya so.
Chandra.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Now Jones, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, that's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little. That
they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Jones. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
Here we go.
They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo. On first down, Garoppolo. There's Chris Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Here we go, here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time he's able to take it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Bears at 11-1 now on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they could go in for 6. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Just nowhere to go with the football. They were supposed to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Garoppolo on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dorrance Armstrong. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. Dances by him. And the return stops just a little bit shy at the 48-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one too low.
A partner guaranteed. They approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. From the 36, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw here complete to Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Jet sweep. Here's Olave. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 21. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Touchdown, Bears! Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this will not get close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Jones. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I would have a return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure no.
Touchdown, Saints! David Montgomery, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Able to connect with Dotson. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. And he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. On play action, now Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Garoppolo. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to use his blockers to get this over the 40. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Play action. Garoppolo. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. A slant route caught by Bateman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a 4th set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Jones sets up the screen to Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Hands it off out of the gun. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. To throw is Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 4. 1:15 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And Dotson, he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Garoppolo to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. He completes it to Olave. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. He's back to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with what most likely will be the game-winning touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for New Orleans, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption.